a story from ex Pearl Jam drummer Dave Abbruzzese recalls him working with the Guns N' Roses in around the mid '90s here. So he says he became friends with Axl Rose, but around the mid '90s, Axl and I became familiar with one another through nightly phone calls for months before we actually met and played music together. We spoke regarding my opinion that the new music might be better suited to an Axl solo album rather than a GNR album. GNR's manager at the time told me that the management and label had a plan of letting the album we were making be the catalyst for getting Axl to reunite with Slash. The plan was to let him fail, and the hope was that this failure would inspire him to reunite with Slash and get the big train back on the tracks. And so that
I knew
basically,
it.
yeah, this is what he'd been saying. You and I think have been saying that for years, and
Yeah.
that's basically that was his dilemma of Dave Abbruzzese, because like when I found this out, like he was like, do I tell Axl or do I just like bow out and just say like screw it? I don't want to ruin his faith in whatever little faith he had in the machine and the music industry and all that shit. So
it's a monster, man. It's not.
yeah.
It's a piece of shit business, man. They treat people like shit.
Absolutely, man. I agree. But like that pretty much like confirms everything that we've been saying. Like,
Yeah.
pretty much fucked with Chinese democracy as much as they could. And until basically, it's all this hype and you can't, release or well, you can't release without even making a profit of sorts.
Yeah. Simber says, and Axl said that guy gone. Well, that guy didn't come along because he didn't want to be a part of the bullshit.
Yeah, he saw it and he's like, listen, he had to take one on the chin, sort of,
Yeah. Well, that just goes, like you said already, that just goes to prove what we've been saying this whole
Yeah.
like Axl
And that's like a whole big what if, like, if Axl found that sort of ulterior plan, you could have ended up doing, say, fuck the labels, I'm gonna release this shit myself, and do kind of what like Prince did, like in the early 2000s, set up his own online fan club and he was releasing music through there like every few
the
months.
artist formerly known as Axl Rose.
Yeah, Tafka Axl.
What would his symbol be? I think it'd just be a middle finger.
Oh, that'd be perfect. Either that or just, if we did it nowadays in modern times, it would just be like the gun and the rose emoji.
So let me ask you something, Chris. If you changed your name into a symbol, what would the symbol look like?
Oh, it'd be an eggplant.
An eggplant? Oh,
yeah, for reasons,
Right. Mine would be a butt with a tattoo of a butt-shaped tattoo on it.
You could use like the peach emoji. There you go. People get the reference from that.
No, because I'm not going to be the peach and you're the eggplant when our names are popping up down here.
That's actually good.
That's not going to happen. No.
Yeah.